Welcome back for another video. Be sure to like and subscribe, and let's get right into it. In this video, we're going to prepare for the upcoming trading week of August 25th through August 29th. So this will be the last official or unofficial week of summer here. So it should be starting to pick up really soon volatility-wise. So we're just going to go through these 8 steps here just to prepare for the upcoming week. These are just standard 8 steps that I do just to make sure I'm already mentally prepared and ready to take advantage of the trades for the week. So step 1 will be to review and reflect on last week. So I'm currently not trading actively on CFDs. I'm switching over to options, but I am still marking it up and just practicing still. So last week it would have been a slower week, but it would have been about 4 or 6 on the trades for the week. It was a lot of news last week, and especially on Friday, as you can see, it was a huge push to the upside with all the news events. So yeah, it would have been a slower week just to be cautious, just because being cautious of those news events, but still would have been a profitable week being 4 of 6. So it would have been a decent week. That's step 1 for us. Step 2 will be always to just backtest and fine tune. So now that it's the weekend, I'm going to go back and backtest the following week just so you can compare it to what I marked up in live time, just so I can refine and make sure I'm getting everything and dialing my eyes in for the upcoming week and seeing what I could have done differently. I may make that a separate video, but I always recommend at least going back and backtesting the previous week just so you can see what you would have done differently. So maybe I'll do that separately, but let's go to step 3 now. So step 3, we always check the news and the economic calendars just so you know that what's coming up the upcoming week and what might cause a lot of factors to drive the market. And we can see it's already some news going to be upcoming this week, so let's just go and check. And Monday we have some news in New York session as well, so that's a little caution there we need to watch out for. Tuesday we have pre-market news, and we have just pre-market news, so we'll probably see a pre-market spike to the upside or downside, and that'll probably be it for the day, and we would just take advantage after that. Wednesday is a pretty calm day, no major news that day, so it'll be a good trading day on Wednesday probably. Thursday we have pre-market news and no major news events the rest of the day, so we might see another pre-market spike, and then we can take some advantage of the liquidity that's left behind after that. And then Friday is more pre-market news. We do have a high-impact news event during New York session, so can be a little cautious on Friday, have some more patience, maybe not even trade on Friday, similar to this last Friday. So yeah, we'll see. It's not going to be too bad of a week, but just we have a few news events to be cautious of and mindful of, so shouldn't be too bad. So that's what's going to probably drive the markets extra this week, those news events. Step 4 would be to analyze the higher time frames. So I always recommend jumping up 1 or 2 time frames higher than what you normally do. So for me, I day trade on the 15-minute time frame as my higher time frame. So I would always recommend jumping up to the 2 or 3 time frames higher, like the 4-hour or the daily. So I always just do the daily for myself. And looking at the daily, it just gives me a good idea of what could happen over the course of the week. So like last week, I had this marked up. We had this swing low here. That price is probably going to run down, sweep this liquidity, and push to the upside, and that literally happened. So we had a pretty bearish all week last week to swept all this liquidity that was left behind here. Then it just starts to shoot up with the news events on Friday and starting to push back up and take the liquidity away that was selling down here. So this week coming up, we probably will see, I'm assuming, very early bullish action in the week to sweep this high here. If not on Monday, I'm thinking we'll probably just go and sweep it, maybe consolidate a little bit and sweep it on Tuesday, and then start to push to the downside and target this low over here. So we'll see. It could also just keep pushing up and just keep it and be a pretty bullish week, but I'm definitely thinking, of course, this area here will get swept. It's not very far away from sweeping this liquidity here, so that's just my quick outlook for the week and just anticipating that could happen, but we'll see what happens. It's going to do whatever it's going to do. And that would cover step 4 for us. And then step 5, we always just write out your weekly goals. So for me personally, I'm switching over to options, so I just want to continue learning with options trading as well. But for as far as CFDs and then trading SPX, I just want to be consistent and still practice with it a little bit, and just making sure I'm understanding how my strategy and how my own framework and system goes. And of course, just trying to trade as realistic as possible, is like as if I am live trading, not trying to just trade as a demo tester or back. I just want to trade as live possible, close to live trading as possible, replicating that. So then step 6, that covers step 5. Step 6 will be write out your weekly affirmations. So I always at least do these 3: that I am a consistent and profitable trader, or I have faith and desire in my trading ability, or I am a disciplined trader who follows my system fully. Those are 3 quick ones that I always do just to get my mindset right in the positive mind frame to have a good trading week. Because if you go into it with a negative mindset, you're not going to be able to be profitable, or you'll just start making easy mistakes that you probably shouldn't be making. So you can use these 3 or use your own affirmations. Write them on a sticky note, write them on your chart, write them anywhere you can see them, and just repeat them every single day, or at least beginning of every single week. Then step 7 would be to build your weekly watch list. So since I'm only trading SPX in theory for CFDs, I would go and set like an alert here where I think price might tag and trade from for the rest of the week. So I'd probably set an alert here at this swing high, or I could set an alert here at the swing low, and be really cautious and understanding, okay, price will probably have some type of big reaction when it gets to this level or goes past this level. So set alerts for any levels you're eyeing and speculating based on your strategies, and then that's how you can go about the week and make sure you're prepared to take advantage of those moves. And then step 8 would be to review your pre-trade checklist. So just making sure that everything is set up for you to go and have an advantageous trading week. So make sure you go review your trades, how you go through your whole process of taking a trade, from logging into your brokers, making sure your risk is defined, what's your whole system and strategy, and just making sure everything is correct and ready for you to take advantage of it. You don't want to get to Monday and your broker's not logged in and you're missing out on a trade because it logged you out and you forgot to log in the day before, or you didn't have your journal set up and ready and you don't know your risk, or you don't have your alerts ready. You want to make sure everything is set up for you to go and take advantage of these trades. So with that, we can go ahead and wrap it up here. Let's go and have a good trading week. We went through these steps, and let's just have a good trading week. Be sure to like and subscribe. I'll see you guys next video.